I did like the first episode, kinda, when she was in training, but still the whole women are better than men shit was just too on the fucking nose. You know what I mean? It was just too in your face. Yes, women are superior to men. You know, man, Neanderthal, women, strong. All right, y'all ready? You ready? You ready? She-Hulk season 1 was trash. There it is. I said it. I reviewed the first episode and I avoided reviewing the rest of them because I had my opinions about it. But I realized with this show is very divisive, where either you love it or you hate it. There's really no in between. I gave the show a fair shake. I really did. I tried. I really tried to give this show a chance because it is a show about a Hulk. Not my Hulk, but the She-Hulk. That's okay. And not to mention, I like She-Hulk. You know, I'm crushing on her. If I can screw any animated character, she is one of them. Okay? Her and Mrs. Incredible can get it twice on Sunday. I tried to give the show a chance. And I'm trying to see what people see about this show that they really love about it. You know what I mean? Like, I know all this shit is subjective, but I'm really trying to, okay, what is it about this show that people like? And this is really dedicated to my cousin, right? My older brother. But I have to make this video because I know if I talk to him, I can't get a word in. Because, like, if I try to finish a sentence, he'll come in there, no, you Marvel fanboys, you always crying about, oh, it's not my Hulk, feminism, all this and that. Man, come on, man, She-Hulk is fire. So I have to make this video because I know he won't let me finish. What is great about this show? I'm asking, what is great about this show? Yes, I get it. It's a comedy. Yes, it's a detour from going all dark and serious. But when's the last time Marvel's been dark and serious? Let's be honest here. Marvel has been dark and serious since, man, I don't know. They haven't been dark and serious. Even Moon Knight was not dark and serious. Everything is comedic. Okay, so it's not really a detour. It's not really a breath of fresh air. It's more of the same, but making it more ridiculous. And yes, I understand. And She-Hulk in the comic books, yes, she breaks the fourth wall. I understand all this. I know this, goddammit. But in this show, yes, they do the whole fourth wall thing, which doesn't really bother me. Deadpool does it. But Deadpool makes me laugh. Deadpool is funny. Deadpool does some crazy, ridiculous shit that cracks me the fuck up. Maybe my sense of humor is just dark and twisted. I don't know. I didn't laugh not one time in the show. There's nothing comedically in the show that made me laugh. And if anything, I felt insulted because my love for the Hulk, of course, and the Incredible Hulk movie from 2008, they took Emil Blonsky and made him a clown. I said, okay, maybe this is just a facade, and then by the end we're gonna see the real Abomination, the real Emil Blonsky that's destructive and crazy, and She-Hulk and Hulk have to get together, boom, and team up and take him out. No, it did not happen. Okay, the finale was leading up to that because we found out that Emil went back on his word. He became Abomination again, but it wasn't because of what you think. And then it goes meta as fuck. I guess meta is the thing right now to do, but not in the middle of a fucking season finale. They go full meta here, where she meets with, I guess, this robot that's supposed to be Kevin Feige, and fuck the fourth wall. She done created another fucking wall to break through, where it's just straight up telling us, yes, we know this is a show. Yes, we understand the criticisms that people have about Marvel and the MCU and all that. But guess what? We're still going to do what we want to do, whether you like it or not. So yes, we acknowledge that you don't like this, this, and this, but we're going to do more of the same. Isn't that funny? No, it's not. And every time she looked into the camera, you know, looking at me, I'm like, I just want to smack the fuck out of you. There's nothing about the show that I could say is great. Now, this show had some moments. It had moments. Not a lot of them, but it did have moments. Like, okay, the last episode where she went full fucking Carrie, where the room went red and she hulked the fuck out. I like that. I did like the wedding episode where she hulked out a little bit. It had to scrap a little bit, okay? I did like the first episode, kinda, when she was in training, but still the whole women are better than men shit was just too on the fucking nose. You know what I mean? It was just too in your face. Yes, women are superior to men. You know, Man, Neanderthal, women, strong. It's too much of that. And then icing on the cake, spoilers here. Hulk returns with his son Scar. I didn't see that one coming. I did raise an eyebrow like, oh shit, that's Scar. But I'm like, what are they doing? Don't do another Planet Hulk deal where you have Ragnarok, which is Planet Hulk-esque, but don't really go there. And now with Scar, you bring Scar to Earth, you just skip this whole. So I'm just gonna assume now, I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt, we're gonna get a whole Scar series possibly, and this is just a time jump to. But so much stuff happened with Scar's story. I'm like, okay, fine. There's many times I had to say, fine, whatever. There's people right now on Facebook and all over saying this show is, oh, I love this show. Oh, She-Hulk is the best. Oh, She-Hulk is great. But there are people like me that are saying, what the fuck is the appeal? And let's talk about the McDonald's colored elephant in the room. Daredevil. Where am I at? Daredevil. Well, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and we were like, yo, I hope they don't George Clooney Daredevil, where it goes from Michael Keaton, serious and, kick ass, to George Clooney, hello, Freeze, I'm Batman. Now, to me, this is more of Michael Keaton Batman first to Michael Keaton scratching the CD in Batman Returns. It's still Michael Keaton, but he's more of the light-hearted, comedic side, family-friendly Michael Keaton Batman as opposed to the Dark Knight Batman in that first movie. That's Daredevil here. He's all smiles, he's happy, he's cracking jokes, and listen, he smashed She-Hulk. Look, I can't hate, brother. Look, if I was in your position, I'd do the same. I'd be all up inside them jolly green walls. Okay, I'm not hating. But that's not the Daredevil that I know of. And they're talking about doing Born Again. Well, they're calling it Born Again. And I actually bought the graphic novel just so I can see what Born Again is. And if you read Born Again, the graphic novel, there's no way Disney is going to adapt that. There's no fucking way. That story is too dark, too gritty, too real, and that is the opposite of Marvel. Now, DC might tackle something like that, but Marvel is dedicated to not being dark and gritty. Marvel's dedicated to being colorful and light and funny. But there's gotta be a balance. I'm not saying be dark and gritty all the time, but have some fucking balance. Okay, give us some serious stuff, some kick-ass stuff that we're like, yeah, and then sprinkle some comedy in there sometimes. Balance. And that's what this show lacked, was balance. It was all goofy and jokes and shit. So when She-Hulk did find herself in a position where there's controversy now that there's obstacles that she has to get through, we don't take it seriously. Because the moment you take it seriously, they pull this meta shit where she looks into the camera and says, wait a minute, this is not the way the finale's supposed to end. What's going on here? You know what? Let's change this. And then changes the whole fucking narrative. How can we take this show any kind of serious? Okay, if it's supposed to be a comedy, I'm not laughing. So if I'm not laughing, I can't take it serious. Why the fuck am I watching this? Because it's a Hulk show, and I fucks with the Hulks. Plural. Including She-Hulk. So I'm not a She-Hulk hater. But this show just didn't do it for me. It didn't tickle my balls or nothing. It just did nothing for me. The whole shit with now... there's only like a handful of things I can point out that I liked about this show. And Daredevil's not really one of them. Because even though it was cool to see Daredevil again, but I'm like... That's Daredevil Light. That's Daredevil PG. That's Disney Daredevil. That's not the man without fear that I've known all my life is, from a shorty. That's not the same Daredevil that I'd rather come. That's not the Daredevil that I watched on Netflix and I'm like, they fucking got it. No, this is smiling Daredevil like, hey, remember RoboCop 2 when they stripped RoboCop down and then they brought him back and he was all like, don't smoke. Remember, kids, listen to your parents. That's what they did to him. They fucking took him and reprogrammed him and made him RoboCop 2. Where am I at? I don't want to lose nobody. I did not like this show. There was more bad than good, but there were some good. There were things that I did chuckle a little bit. Not chuckle, but enjoyed. I didn't even chuckle. No laughs or nothing. But there was more bad than good. The whole twerk thing, the constant jokes. Yo, the fact that, let's address this too. Yo, She-Hulk was kind of hoeing around now. She was slinging that shit out of both pants legs. I think she must have fucked every other episode. I'm like, okay, Disney, are you trying to do a family show here? Or what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to make the Sex in the City? Ally McBeal? Come on now. I wish I was one of the motherfuckers I was hitting it. And yes, I'd rather see her and She-Hulk form the Gen just like the rest of them. And, the CG was brilliant in sometimes, you know, where I'm like, damn, I would want the shit out of She-Hulk. But then there was sometimes where I'm like, God, that's bad. And this episode where she was walking out, you know, through the lot, it was so painfully bad. I'm like, oh my God, what? D is what I give She-Hulk season 1. I don't care. I don't care. Look what I found. I just found this on my table. Look at that, Daredevil versus Elektra. Remember these Marvel cards? Yeah, this is the Daredevil that I know of. What the fuck is that McDonald's colored shit that they gave us on She-Hulk? Rant over. I feel better now. My pressure was up, and now I just feel like I just dropped the load, and I'm done. Back to my horror movie reviews. But She-Hulk gets a D. But to anybody that likes it, look, whatever tickles your Twinkie, whatever floats your boat, do it. It ain't for me. That's it, and that's all.